We continue our conversation with Paula Breese, the Executive Director of Family and Child Care Resources of Northeast Wisconsin. We're talking child care and the expense of child care. During the commercial, you were telling me about infants and infant care and what families ought to do when they realize they're pregnant.
Yes, again, there's such a lack of childcare in our community, and infant care is especially difficult to find. Again, ratios are much lower when you're working with children under the age of 2. So a lot of times people who are pregnant, they need to start calling around for childcare when they're 1 or 2 months pregnant. There are long waiting lists, up to a year long in quality programs for infant spaces.
So this is not like we can have the baby and about a month later start
calling.
and calling around.
No, you can't, because there really isn't any spaces.
Unregulated care. We've done a lot of news stories. Bad things have happened.
They have,
in
yes.
In places that are unregulated. How big of a problem is it, either locally or statewide?
Well, I think both locally and statewide, unregulated care is a problem. And there's a difference between unregulated care that's legal. So again, you can watch 3 children that are unrelated to you and still be legal and unregulated.
Okay.
But once you take 4 children under the age of 7, then you are illegal. And again, not that all those programs have had bad things happen, but they're not regulated. They're not having regulation come in. What is the quality? You know, what is the education that person has that's doing the care? Different things like that you have to look at. There are issues with unregulated care throughout the state.
Well, not so much issues. There are risks.
Very, very much risky. So again, regulation helps look at the health and safety of the program and the environment and the people who are in that home or in that program. So if you haven't had background checks on people that are in the family, the person that's doing the child care, there are risks involved, definitely.
So it's really best when you're searching out for child care, you're looking for a highly regulated facility.
Yes, yes. Again, there's different kinds of regulation. You can be certified through the county. You can be licensed through the state. And licensed through the state means you can have a group program, or you can even do it in your home. So yes, there's different levels of regulation that you can look for. All
right, so if I'm a new parent, 9 months ahead of time, I took the steps, did what I was supposed to do. What am I looking for when I'm choosing a daycare?
So again, it's different for each parent. So we definitely don't do recommendations, but every parent really has their own thoughts of what is important to them. So it might be really important to you for that teacher to have a 4-year degree in early childhood, and all the people that work there to have a really high education. But it might be much more important for somebody else that person is very nurturing and likes to hug and likes to rock the babies and different things like that. So what is great for one parent maybe isn't exactly so great for the other. Also, in different types of regulation, you might say, I want my child to go to a group child care center. And another parent will be like, nope, I'm only going to send my child to a family child care. So really, it really is based on parent need and parent want.
Just so many choices out there. One of the shocking things about child care, more expensive to enroll a newborn than it is to enroll an older child?
Yes, exactly. Because when you're talking under the age of 2, there has to be 1 adult for every 4 children. And then that goes up as the children get older and get more mobile and are, easier to care for. So if you have 4 infants, that's one thing. But if you have 6 or 8 toddlers, that's another.
So even though the child grows older, say the age of 4, costs come down, but it is still pretty expensive. It's not like you're getting a 50% break here.
Right. You still are not getting a 50% break.
Is there an age where this becomes somewhat affordable?
Well, I think it depends. Definitely, there's also before and after school. So when your kids are going to school, you may need transportation, so that adds cost. So every age, it will go down a little bit. But again, I think it's still a very expensive piece of a family's budget.
Something you've got to consider before you consider having kids. Your agency has several programs for parents to learn about. Positive parenting group. Tell us about that.
Yes, so Triple P is a parenting program that we have. There are little as workshops, like a 1.5-hour workshop about how to go shopping with your child, hassle-free shopping. You also could take a seminar that talks about your child's development. Or we have even an 8-week class that really talks more about behaviors and how to deal with children's behavior. And we have facilitators that are highly trained to help people through that. All those programs are free.
And you also provide not just support for the people who are having the kids and needing child care, but also for child care providers.
Yes, absolutely. So we implement Youngstar, the quality rating and improvement system in Wisconsin here. So we have technical consultants that go out to the programs and help them build the quality up, work on goals that each of the programs have to help build that quality up. We also do some pre-licensing work, and we do some recruitment for somebody who's thinking about doing regulated child care.
So how important is that for these providers to get this information? I mean, are they sort of relieved? Are they happy to get this?
Well, I think they're overwhelmed because there's a staffing crisis also. It's really hard to get staff. A lot of directors in a group program are actually in the classroom because they don't have enough teachers to fulfill the ratios that they need in those classrooms. So I think they're overwhelmed. I think they're appreciative of the work that we do and that we actually work with them. We don't have all the answers, and so we really want to make sure that we're working with programs on the goals they have.
All right, Paula Breese is our guest. We're talking child care and the cost of child care. We continue our conversation when we return, so stay with us.